Good afternoon to my respected lecturer, Dr. Kara Hilmi, and my fellow classmates. My name is Lauzeline. I'm going to have an informative speech on the topic, the importance of costume design films. So have you ever wondered when you're watching a film, like why does the actors wear what they wear in the films? So what is costume design? Costume design is design or styling codes that will be worn in films like dramas or movies. So simplified saying that is what actors wear in the scenes or in the films. So there are a lot of effort that goes into designing a costume design. It's not as simple as just styling a shirt. So designers need to analyze the screenplay very thoroughly and understand what phase of what emotions is going through by the characters at the specific scenario, and work very closely with directors, as the directors is a storyteller and films are a story. So we can represent a lot of stuff, if like for example society, classes, personality, and much more. So this kind of small detail stuff can help the actors and directors to bring the characters alive. So they are the helpers that help them. And a great costume design can tell the story of the film through characters' clothes. So one of the first way we as people begin to express our individuality is by the way we dress. Whether you're always dressing nice or forever in a sloppy t-shirts, and a sweatpants, the way we chose the dress is actually how we want to express ourselves and communicate ourselves to the world. This is exactly same as the films. As a film is a story, so we need to create a really good we need to structure a world, very reality world, so that audience can immerse in the story. So where the way a character dresses, be it flashy, muted, or anywhere in between, affects how the audience see them emotionally and intellectually. So here I will give some example, which you can see at the slide. There are both pictures from the same movie, which is called Devil Wears Prada. The left hand side is Miranda Priestley, and the right hand side is Andy, which is the main character. Immediately, you can know that Miranda looks very uptight and stylish. She looks very professional, and when you look at her, immediately you get an idea of that she's that kind of fierce, professional girl boss type lady. Maybe she's a bit cruel, you can say. In contrast, Andy clothes looks like every single normal girl would wear. And it is not really polished or very stylish. You can have an idea she's just that kind of girl, which is she just grab whatever in her closet and just go. She doesn't care about any styles or anything. So this is a really huge contrast that immediately character has that kind of personality. So this kind of clothing established in our mind the kind of characters it is before dialogue and narrative can reveal that. Thus, costume design then is a crucial part in films to let audience understand the personality and individuality of the characters. So next, I'm gonna play a video, a short clips of the scenario where they are wearing the clothes right now. And so it's a combination of when a good actor and a good director and a good costume designer combined together, they created a really iconic scene, which immediately you can get the personality and individuality and what is the story about. Okay, so please enjoy.
Sorry, Miranda.
So after watching the video, I believe you can have an idea of how costume designs help directors and actors to bring the characters alive. So next, costume design can also help the audience to subconsciously or consciously know the time of the film. What does it mean? It means the change is either the change of seasons or the era they are in is really showing through costumes that actors wear in films. Trends of fashions comes and goes. Hence, every periods of time has a special fashion trend that can easily noticeable by audience. For example, 90s fashion trend is very drastic, very different from 80s or 70s, or even 2010s fashion trend is different from nowadays. So even clothes we are wearing in a period of a year, we can change from spring to winter according to the seasons. Of course, it's not in Malaysia because Malaysia is forever in one season, but other countries, especially winter and fall, have a very different color palette compared to spring and summer. So by cooperating the costume designs and the changing of seasons or the era in the film, audience can immerse more in the film, because the film, when it's historical accurate or even like changing according to a season, audience will not feel weird or feels that the movie is not playing a reality story, because it is obvious is moving in time. Okay, so by changing the costume design according to time, it can make the films more cohesive and more structured. The world in the film will be more structured, hence the audience is more immersed in the story. So clothes, we will so for example, these are in the slide, these are the photos of Emma from the Emma movie, and you can see that it is very different. Four of them is very different. And okay, so the most right hand side, the white dress, you can see that it's the coolest out of them all, because it is a summer dress, so it is very sheer, and immediately you know that, oh, it's cooler. So very obviously drastically contrast is the blue dress, which is very coated with fur and all those, you know, this kind of textures makes you feel of warmth, so you know that it's a winter dress. Compared to the left hand side, the yellow one, which is the fall dress, and the middle one is a green dress, it's a spring dress. So it's almost as thick as the fall dress, but immediately how you differentiate fall and the spring dress is by the color palette. Fall dress, they use a yellow one, which often think of, you know, fall leaf, and the spring dress is green, is in green, so you know, spring. Okay, so Emma is also obviously a period drama. The story background is located in Regency era around 1795 and 1829. It is accurate. This Emma movie is actually quite accurate for the Regency era dresses. So the time, so you can see that the silhouettes of the dress is quite accurate, as you can compare the comparison from that era. See, okay. So even like you talk about ages ago, fashion trends also changes. Silhouettes of dress changes a lot. So different silhouettes can show different era. It's weird when everybody is wearing this kind of silhouette, and suddenly they come with like a Russia Coco, that kind of puffy, very puffy dress. So it will make audience feel weird, and it's not, and obviously showing to the audience that it's not in the same era. So even the smallest character that doesn't have any lines, they still need to wear dresses that are according to the era. So great costume design like this can let audience know and understand the story, or even get the idea, oh, it's been a long time since the last scenario. So meaning like the time in the movie is actually moving, and you can be seen in not just scenario but also the clothing. This can help portray a better story and making a better film. Okay. So next, last but not least, costume design brings characters alive and create a memorable or even iconic look. So some costume is so iconic, we can even just look at some color combined together, we immediately know what character it is. So I'm gonna give some color combination. You can guess what characters it represents. I'll stop around like 3 seconds. So you have mine. Okay. So here you go. So this is the first color combinations. This is a quite famous film, I would say. Yep. So this is Joker from the recent Joker film. Another palette for Joker is also the purple, green, and white, which is immediately you can know which color I'm saying because it's that iconic. So next is this. This is a film which is quite long ago, but it's also a very classic, iconic film. Hence, this is why I choose this, even though you haven't watched it, but you've definitely heard of it, or you definitely see the pictures of that before. So this is Kill Bill bodysuit. So the red represent the blood, and you know. So although both Jokers and the Kill Bill, they wear many clothes in the film, so wear different clothes in the film, not just the bodysuit or not just the suit. But however, these are the ones that we most remember they are wearing from, or when we think of this character, they are usually wearing this kind of this shirt, and maybe even a specific iconic scene. So this proves that when a character wore suitable clothing that is so on point and accurate to the scenario, the personality, and the story arc of the character that they've been through the films, audience will immediately remember them on this look or even this scenario. Hence, it is important for costume designers to thoroughly understand the whole screenplay so that they can actually create these kind of memorable scenes and iconic scenes, so that even years later, people still can immediately think of the characters and think of the movie. This proves that it is a good film. So So in conclusion, costume designs are very important in film industries. They are one of the key components that make our favorite characters become alive in films, which I showed some of my favorite films in the slides. Films that I show is also very intelligent in costume designing. So not one thing in a film is random. It is there with intention. Even the clothes of people who doesn't even have a line or even a shot. Shoes which are washed or not washed can even make big differences on representing characters. And these kind of details are the key of success to great costume design. So next time when you go to a cinema or watching a drama and movie at home, cause COVID, you can look and think, wow, why does the characters have these clothes on? What does it represent? I can assure you, it means a lot. And yep, thank you.